Alright guys, welcome back to my channel Public White Geek. This is Sanam, and this is the third part of the table view series, probably the last one for this particular section, wherein we have been in the first video we have created a table view, a simple table view, and I have taught you guys how to work with the simple table view, how to create it, how to put data inside it. In this second video we created two table views in one view controller, right? And then this is the the third video, the last part of this particular series, wherein we will be using two sections within a table view, right? So let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna put this one here for now, and then we have this third view controller. So what we're gonna do is, on clicking this button, uh, segue here, and then let's set up a UI view, and which is gonna be 000 and then 75 with the background color of light gray, and then a button, right? uh, Button is gonna say back 120, color is gonna be white, and let's set it to 45 and 50 and vertically in container. And then also let's create the view controller file for this one. So let's call it this is gonna be UI view controller, and then let's call it multiple table, right? So let's set it multiple sections. Let's remove the boilerplate stuff, and alt or option, press down alt or option, hold it, and then click on main.storyboard, so you'll get the assistant editor. And then let's go here, set the class name to class file to multiple sections. Right, so we have this basic structure. Let's also set this button up. It's back button pressed, action, and connect. And on pressing this, we will do self.dismiss, animated true, and completion nil. Let's try to run, and let's see if it works. So normal table, it works. Multiple tables, it works. And for multiple sections, back button works. So now let's put a table. Let's put a table view here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna uh, repeat something like this. We're gonna do two sections. Like in the second view controller, we are using two table views to display two different type of data, right? Here we're gonna use one table view and show two different type of data. So let's do it like this. Let's go back to main.storyboard and 0000. Yeah, that looks okay. And then uh, since we're gonna use two uh, sections, so I'm putting two different two prototype cells, right? So we have one cell over here and one cell over here, right? These are the two cells. And then let's put a label inside it here. And 8 from the left is okay, and height is also okay. And then let's set it vertically in container. And we'll do similar for the second as well. So 8 from the left, height is okay, and vertically in the container. So we have aligned it. So something similar with what we did with two different table views. I'm gonna set it up with the sections now. All right. Okay. Let's go to our multiple sections.swift. Our table view, we need to create an IB outlet for that. So let's open our assistant editor and do a table view here. Multiple section table view. Right, so we have a IB outlet. Let's also outlets, constants and variables. Right, so we have these different sections in the comment areas. I mean, in our class where we'll put all these things. And let's set up our table view first. So as you know, I like to do it in the extension because it keeps the code cleaner. Multiple sections, and we will extend UI table view, not table, it's table view delegate and UI table view data source. And then it's gonna give us an error that we are not conforming to the given protocol. So let's confirm to those, and I'm gonna push this here for now. Right. So number of sections, let's give it 2 for now. Return 2, and then cell for row at, we'll set it up. And then another one, number of rows. Number of rows is done. Sorry, number of sections. So number of rows, I'm gonna set it to 3 for now, and then number of sections is gonna be return 2. So we'll have 2 sections and 3 rows in each. And this one, it's giving error because we have not yet returned the table view cell. So let's also do that. Okay, and I'm gonna create the cell file over here. So let's create that. Let's call it cell UI table view cell. Okay, your table view cell, and then let's call it cell view fourth. Right, second, third, and fourth. Okay, let's set the class first. So cell view fourth. This one is also gonna be cell view fourth. Right, so we have these two cells, right? So this one, it should not be cell view fourth. We need to create another class file for this. So how this works is this particular cell is gonna display the data like here and here, whereas this second cell is gonna be the header like this and this, to separate these two table views, I mean the sections, right? So let's also create a header view class. Cell header view and create, right? So let's name this one as header for now, so that doesn't create any confusion. So let's set up the class file for this one. It's gonna be this particular cell header view, and let's create an IB outlet for this. So header title and outlets, although we only need one, but it's okay. And then let's create a function configure cell, which is gonna take name of type string, and then let's set up header type, and let's also set the title for this, I mean the IB outlet for this one, which is the uh, data name, or let's just data name label outlets, and func configure cell. It's gonna take name as a parameter, which is of type string, and then data name dot text is equal to name. So this is done. Now let's go back to multiple sections dot swift file, and I know Xcode that there is a problem there, and I know what is the problem. Don't yell at me. Right. Sorry guys, I'm just doing some adjustments. My laptop has shut down like 5 to 8 times now. Super difficult to record. I don't know what is happening with that. It's a brand new laptop and creating a lot of problems. Okay. So we have our table view sections. Let's also create the delegate and protocol call here. So func uh, call delegates, and let's call multiple table view dot delegate is equal to self, and multiple table view dot data source is equal to self, and let's call this function here call delegates. Right, so this is done. Now let's set this up. So again the same thing, it's gonna be let cell is equal to multiple section table view dot tq reusable cell with identifier, and I'm not sure if I've set the identifier. Let me just go and check that out. Yeah, we haven't. So let's set it to cell view fourth. You can set it to anything that you want, just setting it for my reference like that. So let cell id is equal to, so I'm going to set this here as cell id as cell view fourth. So this is okay. Now let's also set up some data for us to put it in the table view. So let's do that as well. So var days, I'm just gonna copy this from here. So we have days and we have months now. Now we can configure it. Um, since we wanna just divide this into two different sections, so how we can handle this is we can do like you can see in the API, I mean the function here, we should have the option for section. So we can go like this: if index path dot section is equal to 0, so which is gonna be the first, and there's gonna be else as well, and then we have else. So if index path dot section is equal to 0, then it's gonna be days, and else is gonna be uh, months. We can do one thing. We can go back to our shell view 4th, and we need to put one check over here. So our var is days is equal to uh, I can do it like bool, and then let's set it to true by default, and let's go back to multiple sections. So we can say if index path dot section is equal to 0, so we can say cell dot is days is equal to true, right? Else else cell dot is days is equal to false. So this check will allow us to uh, make sure that we are entering the data in the correct area. Now let's do like this. If you can directly do it inside that as well, no problem, but I just prefer go like this. So if cell dot is days, then let's configure it like this: cell dot configure cell, and we're going to configure it with days index path dot row, right, and return cell. Else cell dot configure cell, and we're gonna configure with months index path dot row, and return cell. This should solve the error that was coming over here, I believe. Yeah, so build succeeded. This is done, but it is not yet completed. We have only configured one of the sections, which is not one of the sections, both the sections, but without the header. So we need to set the header as well. So let's set that up now. By the way, you can also, instead of passing a static value here, that how many number of sections you want, you could also do like uh, create a variable here called var table sections, and then create an array and put like days and months. Right, you can go like this also, and then you can create a count over here. So that is possible, you can do that. Now coming to the header, so there is another function for the header that we need to use, and that is called one is height for, okay, I'll show you height for row at as well, and height for header in section. This is what we need. For this one we can say return 75, just the height. You don't need to do this, you can if you want, or let's just remove it, it doesn't matter. This is the one that we need, so we can return 30, I believe. That would be good to go. 30.0, since it's asking for a CG float value, so 30.0 is the view for header in section. I believe this is the one that we need. So it returns a UI view, which is basically the view file that we created. So that's what we are gonna put here. Implementation is pretty much similar to this one. Here we are returning a UI table view cell. Here we are gonna return just the UI view. So implementation is almost same. You can see now. So let cell is equal to uh, the table name is multiple dot dq reusable cell. Sorry guys, my system crashed again. I don't know what is happening. So-called MacBook Pro doesn't seem to be a pro computer. It's just keep on crashing, and I have to restart the whole system again and again, and I lose a part of video every time. So okay, so we were at this table view header section, and we just want to see. Hang on, we set it to header, right? Did we lose everything? Oh yeah, we did. We did lose few things. Okay, again, we'll set it up. So it's called header view for header in section, and the other one is the um, height for header in section. So let's set the height to 35.0. It's okay. Whereas for the cell, we will do cell is equal to uh, multiple section table dot dq reusable cell with identifier, and identifier is gonna be let header id is equal to header view, and then let's go back to this one, and let's set it here, header id as cell header view. Let me see if we have everything in here, everything in here. Okay, good. So as I was saying, the implementation of this one is similar to cell for row act. So all we need to do is if section sorry, if index, no, we can directly get the section here, which is here. So if section is equal to 0, and else this one, then we can return cell and return cell. Since we are creating cell outside, we can also return, but yeah, that's fine anyways. We can do like cell dot configure cell and set the name to days of our life, right? Lives. Cell dot configure cell months, right? Months. So this is done. Number of section is also done. We can also do days and months. We can pull it from the one that we created, and it's gone. That's fine. So yeah, seems like everything is okay. Should work. Let's try to run and see if we have any crash, or uh, if we are missing out anything. Number of rows is 3, so it's just gonna show 3 items from both of them, but we'll fix it in a minute. Let's just try to run and see if everything is working. Oh, crashed. This is gone again. So cell header view, and then let's see. These crashes, don't crash again, please. Cool. So we have, you can see this. we have days and months, and then we have Jan, Feb, March, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We can set the number of rows as well. Let's fix that now. Uh, if we go back to number of rows in section, right? So we are setting it up to return 3 only. But if you see, we have section over here as well. So we can do like if section is equal to 0, then return days dot count, else return months dot count. And now let's run and see. So you can see, let me just show you, one small change so that uh, you'll be able to understand, uh, or you'll be able to see it better. So let's do cell dot background color is equal to color literal, and let's set it to red for now, and let's run and see. So now you can see days and months, something similar with what we did here. We have this days and months, and but what we did is we created uh, two separate tables. So you can see the scrolling. If I scroll here, it's affecting this table view and this table view, whereas if I go to multiple sections and if I scroll here, it just scrolls the whole table view, and then you can just do like this, something similar to what you see in WhatsApp or other apps. These headers, uh, when they touch, they can move each other, up and down. So yeah, well, that's the table view uh, part that I wanted to show you guys today. That's all for now, and sorry for so much problem in this video. I don't know what happened with the laptop. Every time it reaches around 1 GB of the video recording, it just crashes. The whole laptop freezes. So I have to restart and then pull out whatever recording was done. I do lose last few minutes of it, but uh, I think it should be fine. You should be able to understand the concept. Um, some of the apps that you see, this is, I think, the food ordering app. You would usually see something like this, right? Or in calendar, I believe you can see it like this. I'm not sure. Let me go and see. Uh, there should be some, you know, calendar option wherein you can see something like this. I know calendars do have something like this. I just don't know where it is. Uh, anyways, guys, that's all for today. Normal table view, multiple tables, and we have the multiple sections within the table. And if you like this video, please do hit the like button and do comment and let me know if you need some other videos. I am working on uh, Alamo Fire video, the networking video, and then also somebody requested the Firebase chat app. That is also coming soon. I just have to prepare some assets for that, and that's all. So like, comment, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and until then, bye bye, take care.